All right, we ready now.
We ready.
We ready now. All right. Oh, can we cheers first?
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers to an episode
Yeah, it's a
of,
great conversation.
I don't know what's going to happen, but
Mm.
I'll let people know how we met.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to the podcast link up that Tasha
Ooh.
threw? It was like right before the pandemic. Whole bunch of podcasts in New York. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't think I did. Like I could have,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't. I know I would have. It would have.
Got you. We
I
did
think I
that.
wanted to. I think I like signed up.
Yeah.
So but I don't think I.
It was mad people there. Everybody had a podcast for the pandemic. Well, you
Mhm.
met me through the podcasting, through this podcast.
Mm-hmm. Like
found
following
it.
each other and everything.
Got you. We started following each other. Then we
Like,
finally met
in person.
some years later. Yeah. And you was like, Bean, or I am Bean. I was like, I'm looking at you like, what? I knew who you
Yeah,
was.
because we was like, oh, let's follow each other, and then
Yeah.
we put each other's our names into the the Instagram search, and then it came. I'm like, oh, I'm a Bean.
I'm a Bean. I was like, I'm a Bean, but as Llama Bean, he was like, I am a Bean, right? Like I was like, no, and I just started laughing. That I would never forget that. And then every time we see each other, it's like,
hey,
I'm a Bean.
I'm a Bean. I'm a Bean.
But nice to see you again.
That's thanks to Instagram's
right.
lowercase letters.
Yo, that was crazy. I was like, I can't even get mad because I see where you got it mixed up.
I could read, right? Like, but yes, thank you for having me. I'm happy to be
So you seen the post that I wanted some guests to come on.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to tell your story?
I guess because I don't know. I know people have been wondering, like, what's new with Kierra? I wouldn't say, I haven't been intentionally low and laying low, but just life. When you start lifing, it actually like, you know what? Let me slow it down. Let me like go at the pace that God wants me to go. And let me change things up, So
Gotcha.
I think, and also I've seen people like when I have finally decided to like go to events that I haven't went to since 2019 or earlier in the pandemic times, people be like, oh,
nice to see you again, right?
Like, where's so-and-so? Like, that's like one of the first things, like, how's so-and-so doing? I'm like, we're not together anymore. Like, oh, I guess he's okay.
And you get the sob story, like the sob.
I say it with a smile on my face. So usually they be like, oh, yeah. And they be like, some people actually
was y'all like road dogs everywhere you went?
Like that's why people, when I go out and like, especially like events like what you call it? Like a first Saturday or something like that.
Yeah, the museum.
Like if I see somebody, like there's a chance I'm gonna see somebody I haven't seen in like 5 years, And 5 years ago was 2019,
right?
So we were still together at that time. And people will be asking like, oh, so where's so-and-so? Especially if they're used to seeing me with him. And we went to a lot of events together.
Did you post them on Instagram?
Insta stories and stuff like that.
Never the post, like never the main page?
Yeah, we had been on main pages, but we both had brands. So we both was like, let's not make our brands about our relationship, about our, let's not confuse people. So
Gotcha.
But we work together. So you would see, he would be on my Instagram, but it'll be like me sharing his work or we at the same event, that type of thing. But it was always like,
Okay. Well, introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are, what you do. What is this line of work? You still do the same line of work?
So yeah.
You don't want to put that in there?
Like, yeah, no. But yeah, hi, my name is Kierra Leone. I'm a podcast creator. I'm a educator. And I am just a person who knows what people need before they know they need them.
What does that mean?
That means I know what's up. I know what's going on. I'm ahead of the curve, Yeah, I'm an innovator,
So what's happening now?
What's happening
What do you
now?
think is happening for 2024 to 2025?
Right now, I'm I am working on just legalizing my first business.
Gotcha. All right.
I actually finished my business plan last year.
Yes.
And I actually entered this competition Power Up with the Brooklyn Libraries to try to win $20,000. I didn't get it, but it pushed me to like do all of the logistics and the little things that I was putting off for so long, you know?
Yeah.
So it just got me in gear. The wintertime, this past winter, I've been like, enjoying my new apartment
Yeah.
and enjoying my life and taking things slow and working.
Yeah.
Because I'm also by day I'm a kindergarten teacher.
Nice.
So
Nice. All right. He's an
when people ask me
educator.
if I have children, I'd be like, yeah, I have 19.
There's 19 kids in that class?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mhm.
That's noisy.
Mhm. Mhm. Very
Right.
5-year-olds, 5, 6-year-olds, 5 and 6 years old.
19.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Mhm.
And you work in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Yeah. 19 badass kids. Don't blame me. Stop.
No. They're cute. They're really cute.
So we're here to talk about an ex.
Mhm.
Before we start, we got to give this ex a fake name, but you got to
Yes.
describe how this person looks.
Okay. I forgot the name I put in the thing.
I didn't even look.
I think it was like Gregory or something
Yeah, it
like
was something
that.
regular, but I ain't even look. I ain't look at that. I
Yeah.
went to the main part, like
Okay.
the juice.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
gotta give this fake, give this guy a fake name. How would he
Mhm.
look if he walked into this lounge?
Um, Very like medium build.
What does that mean?
Like not he's not big. 5'6".
You what? 5? You 5 what?
I'm 5'5", 5'6". We're the same height.
Okay.
So he's pretty on the shorter end when it comes to like in comparison. Um, Dark skin, like brown skin, dark
Okay.
skin. Um, Nice like a nice cut, like facial,
Okay.
like a goatee, kind
Yeah.
of like beard. Um, um, Full head of hair.
Okay. What's his
Usually
nationality?
cut. He's black,
This
black.
Black American.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm, mhm. He has some West Indian sprinkled in there.
All right.
But yeah,
I'm getting Melvin. Melvin's be short.
Melvin.
I just know Matt.
Melvin. I like Melvin because I don't know a Melvin,
I be knowing
and
some short
yeah,
Melvins,
Melvin. Let's go
and they
for
be
a
like a
Melvin.
sprinkle of
I
Jamaican or
think
whatever.
Melvin is good.
You
I think
remember that?
Melvin. I remember
That's a good one. I like
Melvin.
that one.
I like Melvin.
Melvin.
Mhm.
Is his height range, that's your, you don't care for that? You don't discriminate?
I don't have a preference per se.
All right.
Which is why we were together. Like, and
Yeah.
I was attracted to him.
Got you.
So I was attracted to him.
All right.
So that was that, and it was like kind of instant type
Yeah.
of attraction too. Um, and
Describe his style.
his style,
Yeah.
very very casual, laid back.
Mhm.
Hoodie.
Okay.
Maybe a graphic tee,
Got you.
some jeans. Jordans.
His feet game was good?
Decent,
All right.
decent, decent, decent. Fitted,
Okay,
nice
okay, okay,
fitted.
okay.
Um, like some sort of like maybe a jacket that only he has or something like
Okay.
that. Like,
So he's like a regular Brooklyn dude.
yeah, regular Brooklyn dude.
So it's given. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so Melvin it is. Take us to where y'all first met, you and Melvin.
On stage, I
On
was
s
hosting an event and he was performing, and I
He's
had
a
heels
rapper?
on. Huh?
Rapper?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Okay.
And I was I had a mic and there was a few microphones like floating around, and I think I passed him mines
Mhm.
and I like tapped him like on the like shoulder or
Yeah.
something. But that was all I remembered of our engagement. And then we met online because he was like, oh, because we were like, we had mutual friends and
Mhm.
we was on like Facebook and we kept like seeing each other comment on the same things.
Got you.
And he shared his music with me and I was like, oh, dope, that's what's up, da da da. And
Was it
then
good?
yeah, it really was
Alright.
good. And what happened? Oh, and he was like, "Oh, you were at that. Oh, that was you hosting." And I was
Yeah.
like, "You were there?" And he was like, "Yeah, I performed. Like you met me." I was
Yeah.
like, "I did?" He was like, "You passed me the microphone." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I do remember that." Like, oh, okay. And from there, it was just a lot of like back and forth. And
Mhm.
then we started like trying to invite each other to each other's events and stuff. And
Got you,
then
got you.
eventually we met up and it was one of those like, how you link up with somebody and then
Yeah.
y'all just kind of inseparable after that.
I
Like,
haven't had that in a while, but I know the
yeah,
feeling. I know the feeling.
yeah.
And what was it about him that you liked?
Um, the music was good. The music was really
Okay.
good.
What was it
So,
like? Describe him as a rapper.
um, backpack,
Oh, he's conscious.
rapper, conscious, but like not to the point where, but enjoyable, like witty, funny, like quirky. Like a lot of his like punchlines and stuff were very
Gotcha.
like.
All right.
I was like, oh shit. And then we would have conversations about that,
Yeah,
and he was
yeah,
like, yo,
yeah.
like you really listen to my shit, and I
That's
guess
good.
but also that
Support
was
it.
also my job too. I was blogging at the time,
Mm-hmm.
so that was kind of like the.
Yo, it's mad funny how it goes from how the trends happen. Like it was blogs, then it's podcasts.
Mhm.
What's gonna be next? You should know. What's gonna be next? What
Oh,
is it? The gamers, the streamers?
that's already been next. I think that's already it's happening.
Yeah.
I would say
People going back out
offline.
offline.
I
Everybody
think
go
it's
back outside
offline.
again, right?
Offline,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
offline.
All right.
Offline.
So you liked his raps. That was the first thing that caught your attention.
Yeah, and
And
then the conversation.
all right.
Things he would say,
Yeah.
and like just his personality online.
What was it like?
Quirky, funny. Like I
And
was
he
like
was like that in person?
yeah, like in person he was a little quiet. Like I was like, oh, like you are like a little introverted, but he wasn't introverted. Like because we already
Gotcha.
had gotten to know each other,
Gotcha.
so it
That's
was
funny.
cool. It was
Yeah.
cool.
All right. So take us to the first date. You remember that?
Mm, first date. Yeah, it was a concert.
Okay. Who
It
was
was a
it?
concert. It was one of those like Brooklyn festival events,
I remember
like,
those.
and it was no, the New York City music events,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
those free ones, like I
They,
forgot the park events,
yes, yeah.
the park and rec events.
Like it was called I forgot what it was called. Brooklyn, the Brooklyn one?
Yeah, but it's basically it was the who threw it though? I know like Joey Badass and was
Yeah,
like headlining it. It
it
was
was called
like
hip hop something. I forgot. I
I
I
forgot.
was managing at the
I don't
time.
know if Smith and Wesson. No,
Yeah.
Smith and Wesson was the next one. That was in Brownsville.
Okay.
So that was the next concert we went to. So that was like our second date.
Yeah.
But the first one, we went to the one in what is that? Red Hook.
I think I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
and it was fire. Like it
I
was
had
mad
I had
fun.
an artist that tried to
Oh,
submit
I think it
himself
was
in there.
like hold up. It was called damn. It's on tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
It's like bodega something. It was something, but it was fun. It was like a dope ass concert with mad
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
there. And like that was like the first time people was looking at like you went like like I see
Really?
y'all like
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like that feeling?
Yeah.
All right.
I did.
Okay. So music was your thing. That was your common
Yeah.
interest.
Mhm.
And on your based on your background, you was blogging. Was it about hip hop? Was it about like
It was about
current events and stuff like that?
music and entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of
All
thing.
right. And did you use your platform to try to boost them?
Yeah, I would try. Yeah,
All right.
I
All right.
definitely did that. I definitely did
Okay.
that. Definitely did
Okay.
that.
All right. So the second date you said was another concert.
Mhm.
At these places, you don't get to really speak to the person, so you're just
Now,
vibing out.
no, we would meet up. Like we would go together. Like we would like meet up at the work. He'll
Mm-hmm.
pick me up, or I'll meet him halfway, and we'll
Gotcha.
go together. Or we'll talk, and then we'll get something to eat after.
Oh,
Or
nice,
he'll
nice.
take me home, or like that type of thing. So,
Okay. So yeah, this was your thing.
mhm.
How long? Like, what was the other dates like? It was just like eating, getting to know each other.
Yeah, it was honestly it was a lot of music events.
All
A lot of
right.
a lot of networking events, a lot of like meet me
Mm-hmm.
here. He'll be performing, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll meet him there, and we'll like that sort of thing. It was
And how?
a lot of outdoors type
Yeah.
of thing.
And how would you? Let's say y'all go together.
Mhm.
Do y'all go your separate ways, or do y'all stay at the parties or the events together?
Um,
Like, do you work the room? Does he work the room? Like, how does?
we will separate a little
And then
bit
come back to
and
you.
then come back
I
together.
like, yeah, that's good.
That's what we do.
I hate having a person just be like, all right,
Just
I'm sitting here.
over and over.
Yeah, like
I,
you're not gonna come and
mm-mm.
check. Like, I don't
Yeah,
like
I
that.
can't. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I that's one thing I can say. Like he he had his own wave,
got you.
which was good, and that's why I that's why I liked him. I was like, you got
Yeah,
your own wave, got your own thing going, like, and and I was really impressed by his development of his artist, his work. Like I was
was he
like,
known?
yo, he was locally, yeah,
Yeah,
locally, yeah.
we get
And
more into that part, like, cause
mhm.
you are dating an artist, and that could be
Mhm.
hard. So we'll get more into that later on.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the beginning part of making it official. How did that happen?
Honestly, it was like a month in,
All right.
and it was just like, we're together, right?
You asked that?
I don't remember. It probably was.
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
was me.
All right.
Like, and I was just like, it was just one of those like I knew we were together when it was my birthday,
Mhm.
and he had to go to Virginia with his family because my birthday is right around is the day after um 4th of July.
Gotcha.
So he went for the holiday to visit his family.
Mhm.
So that was like our first like weekend apart from each other. I
Mhm.
ain't gonna see you for like 4 or 5
Mhm.
days. And my birthday is the 5th. So he was gonna miss it. So I went to an event for 4th of July and
Yeah.
he sent his friends there to like kind of accompany me. Like, yo, I know you're there by yourself. What so and so looking for something to do, like, and I know it's in the hood, like
Mhm.
can they come? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, tell them to come. And it was like, I wanted them to come. I was like, yeah, I'm by myself. I need somebody to be with me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and it was like
That's
cool to
dope.
like,
Yeah.
I felt like he was there for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, that's dope.
yeah.
That's dope. Okay. Prior to him, what was your dating experience like?
Mm, very situationship
Okay.
like very, very brief.
Mhm.
Um, leading. I had just graduated college like 2 years before that.
Gotcha.
So, and in college, I didn't have any relationships. I was just
High
school.
school? None?
High school, yeah, I did. I had like a 2 year relationship,
Okay.
3 year relationship.
Do you count that?
Yeah, I counted
All right.
because me and that ex, we're still cool. Like
Okay, okay.
he's literally a platonic good friend.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
where he checks on me, I check on him.
That's good.
You know, we give a fuck about each other's lives. Like, oh, his mother passed away a few years ago.
Mhm.
So it's like we just tap in with each other every now and
That's dope.
again.
That's dope. I
And
like that.
it's no weirdness.
Yeah,
It's straight
yeah.
up like, how's everything? How's your mom? How's
Okay.
that?
But this is your first adult relationship.
Yeah, my first
So you're
adult.
getting to know yourself.
Yeah.
And did your things change in how you viewed relationships?
Yeah. Um, I guess I was kind of materialistic and when I was
Okay.
younger.
Yeah.
And then this relationship made me kind of a little more it showed my modesty when it came to like just what's my expectations in relationships.
Mm.
So for instance, we went to a lot of free events, like for our dates and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah, yeah.
that. And I wasn't looking for him to spend money on me and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Like, you know, I was working part time,
Yeah.
doing like after school work
Yeah.
and juggling other things, like just freelancing and grinding. Like, so we were just out here having fun. Like it
You
was,
enjoyed the
yeah,
experience.
yeah.
That's
So
dope. That's dope. And before that, it was more like, all right, what kind of jacket you got? What kind of Jordans you got on?
not even just what can you do for me?
Oh, all right,
Like,
all right, all right,
like
all right.
you gonna be my boyfriend? Like, you should be taking me out. You should be doing this. You should be doing
Oh
that.
man.
Like, I remember he bought me these earrings, like these diamond earrings. I was like 16,
Hmm.
17, something like that. But they were so small. They were
And you
so
complained?
little. I didn't complain to him. I didn't complain to him, but I wore them. And I remember, high school
Yeah.
people make some girl I know. She was like, "Oh my god, they're so little," and I was just like, "They
Damn.
are little." And I was just like, and I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have. I
It's the
appreciated
thought
it,
that counts. Yeah.
but that's when you wanted the True Religion jeans. You wanted some Maury's. You wanted this. You wanted like that was I was materialistic when I was in high school. So,
And what made you drop that?
huh?
What made you drop having that mindset?
Life, like college humbled me.
Hmm. No, I
College,
get it. Yeah,
college
yeah.
humbled me. Life humbled me. When I graduated college, I didn't even come back to a real apartment. Like I came back to a shelter with my mom.
Really?
Yeah, because there was like a gas leak, and um, my the house that we lived in that we shared. It was a private house that we shared with a Jamaican family,
Okay.
and it was a bunch of just like
Yeah.
discrepancies that happened where they had to kind of like sell the house, and the house wasn't like fit for people to live in.
Wow.
Like it was crazy.
That's probably a
So
parking lot right now, right?
yeah, so we had to get an emergency removal, and we
Damn.
needed an emergency shelter. So we was in like a tier 2 apartment. So in New York City, it's like different tiers of shelters. So we were in like a very decent shelter. It was our own apartment.
Gotcha.
We didn't have much of a curfew, but only we could be in there. Like, it had a full
Yeah,
kitchen
yeah, yeah.
and stuff like that. And we were there for like 6, 7 months
All
before we
right.
found our new apartment in Brooklyn. And
Gotcha.
that's when I moved back to Brooklyn. And I had to say goodbye to the Bronx, which I was very happy about
I'm
because
about to say, yeah.
Brooklyn, this is 2013. So this is really when things started like really
Yeah,
shifting,
yeah, yeah.
like in Brooklyn. It been shifted. I want to say 2008 is when the real shift
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
in Brooklyn, but
Yeah.
2013 is where it really emerged. Like I feel like that 2012, 2011
Yeah.
era when people started like,
This is when Barclays was fresh.
yeah, people
Yeah.
was doing a lot of thrifting in
Yeah,
Williamsburg.
yeah.
Like I remember
Gentrification was
when I lived
happening.
in the Bronx, like me and my homegirl will always come to Williamsburg to
Gotcha.
thrift. Like
Yeah.
we always did that. So that was like a weekend
Yeah.
thing.
That was the thing. Okay. So now you ask him like what are we type of thing, right?
hmm
What he say? So
Like it was like very obvious. Like, yeah, we together. Like,
okay.
what you think? Like it was like one of those. I was like, all right, just making sure.
Okay, okay.
And yeah,
Did it change anything or it still flowed the same?
it still
That
flowed the same.
that
It
title
was,
could be like it could change a lot of things for some
yeah.
reason.
It was, I guess, because we were so cool about it, and we were
Mhm.
just so both very laid back. It wasn't
Mhm.
like it wasn't all this pressure. At least I didn't feel like I was
Mhm.
pressure. Um, I was very like I could be clingy, so
I was about to ask,
I
what
like to
type of
spend a lot
girlfriend
of
are you?
time.
Yeah.
Where you going? I want to go. Like if I really like your company,
Yeah, yeah.
and especially at that time, like I wanted to be around him all the time. And he was fun. He was
Mhm.
funny. He was fun. I liked his friends.
Mhm.
Um, and we liked the same thing. We liked the same music. We was
Mhm.
both putting each other onto new music and stuff.
That's dope.
So
Yeah.
like I was inviting him out to places. He was inviting me out to places. And we actually started working together. Like
What was the
so.
job?
I was like slash like his publicist, but it's like co-manager type of thing.
Uh-oh. So you seeing them in a different light.
Yeah.
All right.
So I had
So
to separate. I had to do that whole separation between professional
mhm.
and, you know.
You was good at that? Like being on top of like you gotta start doing shows, you gotta record, you gotta
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I tread lightly with that because I didn't want to be a manager. I just kind of like based on the things that I ended up doing
Yeah.
was managerial things.
Gotcha.
But that wasn't my official title. I was there as a publicist
Mhm.
for the company.
All right.
And I was really more partnered with his manager. That's why I
Gotcha.
say co-manager.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
me and his manager were business partners.
Gotcha.
So me and her went on to do like a music festival.
Oh,
And
nice.
we did that for 2 years. And, so it was that sort of thing. So
Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, how did that did that mess up the relationship a little bit or no?
it affected the relationship. I
Yeah.
won't say it messed it up.
Okay.
Because eventually I started because I was, even outside of that, I did my own thing with music and
Gotcha.
PR and everything. So um
So it's like it opened the door for you a little bit.
yeah, it got me it got me on like hold on. It got me to put my feet to the pavement type of
Gotcha.
thing.
Gotcha.
So and
Gotcha.
it kept me moving.
Yeah.
Like so when certain things would fall out the wayside or
Yeah.
something, this was all working with them was always still active.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. All
So
right.
it was one of those things. But I would have like internships that I would do. I would
Mhm.
have like, volunteer
Where did you see
things.
yourself at that time?
Where did I see myself? Where did I see myself going?
Yeah.
I see myself working at
Def Jam or something.
yeah, some sort of label,
Rocker.
a A&R or something, or a publicist at a top PR firm or something. Like that's why I started seeing it going. But then I started seeing how much I didn't like public relations that much. I was like,
What was that like?
public relations is tedious work, and it's really about who you know,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
relationships that you have
Mhm.
with people, and I seen so many different versions of it, and I kind of was like lost in limbo on like where I wanted to go,
Yeah, yeah.
like the type of lane that I wanted to be. And I was like, this is not it. I don't think any of these lanes
Yeah.
are for me.
Mhm.
Like whether it's the having a bunch of like clients or like doing my own independent thing
Right.
or working for an actual firm or doing it like freelancing, like just it was just I
It's too
was
much.
it was just a lot.
Gotcha. No, I
And
understand.
on top of that, I only went into that work. I remember like because like I had a friend who died and I kind of like just threw myself into work and I overworked myself and to the
Mm.
point of burnout. So 2016, my best friend passed away, and then the burnout settled in. I want to say 2017, that
Mhm.
summer.
You trying to
And
get your mind off of it and just started overworking,
yeah,
so
so I like, and
yeah,
I
that's the
had
thing.
yeah, and it's just so happened I got 2 jobs right before my friend passed away. So I
The
just kind of
hell?
like, you know what, fuck it. I guess that just means for me to work. Like
Did
this
you have
is
time for the relationship?
yeah, because we basically kind of lived together. We were
Gotcha.
shacking up. We were shacking up.
Oh, we
So
ain't get to that part. All right, all
yeah, we
right.
were
So
shacking up.
was this so you moving in with your boyfriend with Melvin
Yeah.
was when you was in the shelter as well?
No. So the whole shelter thing that happened way before I met him.
All right, all right.
So I was living in Brooklyn at least a year before I met him.
Gotcha.
And then we didn't move in, like got an apartment together.
You
We
just started
actually
spending time at his
yeah.
place, and then you just
But
like,
it was like I'm at his place, he's at my place. And then it just so happened that my place was like the most convenient place. 'Cause I was right by the train.
mhm.
Um Everything was just convenient. Like I was closer to the city. I was closer to
You had your own
downtown.
place though, right?
No.
You was with your mom,
Yeah.
and he came over there.
Yeah.
What was this talk like with your mom?
This this it was something that wasn't even it just kind of
So
stuck. And
he was
we
just
both all
always
right.
over there. So it's like a TV show where he
Yeah.
just always over there. You're like,
Yeah.
you just, all right,
Yeah, I
All
guess
right, Melvin.
we did have conversations, like but my mom, well, at that time, me and him both had lost our job at the same time.
Mm,
So we got together in June, and so that whole summer we spent together. And in September, we ended up getting fired like on the same day, or let go on the same day from our job. Different jobs too.
yeah, that's crazy.
And it was just like we both were like, just damn. We knew something was coming from it. I ended up getting my job back a couple
Mhm,
months later, and
mhm.
then I pulled him in on that job.
So y'all
And
was working together now.
yeah, we started working together. So
Oh
that's what
man.
kind of blended it
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
the location was close to my house.
Mhm.
And my mom also knew that we was kind of down in the dumps about it. So she was like, yo, I know y'all, you know, y'all need each other right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she empathized with us. And it was just, and she liked him. He was cool. He was laid back. We had no drama. It was just like, we was in my room, sorry, I think I hit it.
That's cool.
But yeah, it just kind of naturally kind of formed. And it was equal to, we was still like back and forth because he
Yeah,
still
yeah,
lived at
yeah.
his mother's house.
Gotcha.
But it was just like, because he's not like he got kicked out.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was just, we were just,
Vibing,
and we
yeah.
also both had parents who just love to take care of us. And,
Mhm.
at the end of the day, we were very responsible kids. Like we
Mhm.
weren't like the ones like doing dumb shit,
Yeah.
getting on our parents' nerves. We was giving back. We was helping around the house. I was paying bills. He
Mhm.
was helping pay bills like
Mhm. Oh, that's
when we
good. That's
had the
good.
money. So it
I was about
wasn't
to ask
like
that. Like, was
it was
he
no freeloading. Like it was like, of course there were times when we would be in between jobs and in
Gotcha.
between blessings.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But both our parents were very understanding.
Gotcha. All right, that's
So
good. That's good. How was that? Now you get to see the person fully.
I'm not even thinking back I haven't even thought back to the relationship from this perspective in such a long time. So it's like, wow. Oh, you know.
What was your thoughts?
My thoughts is just
Yeah.
like, even in the time as everything was happening, I knew like maybe we shouldn't be in a relationship right now. Like we really trying to force this. Like we really trying to
But you're
make
young, and yeah, you don't know yourself as well. So
Mhm.
you're thinking that's love. The struggle is love.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was
So
definitely struggle love at first. It was definitely a struggle love. But it was like it, we weren't it wasn't hard for us to love each other, you know? So that came very easy
yeah.
to love each
So he
other.
was a struggling artist, you could say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how would he find money to like do a mixtape or recording time?
Um, he was that good to where people would do things for him for free.
Really?
Yeah, he would get free, like, unlimited studio time, with certain producers and stuff like that because they had a certain relationship. Or when he was working, that's where his money went. His money went to his
Mm,
music.
mm.
So yeah.
Now, was there ever highlights of his career? We had like celebrated the best way I
Yeah,
could?
like listening parties,
Mm-hmm.
music video shoots.
Oh, all right, all right.
He did win an award at an award show. I remember like the first year we were
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
Um I remember he dropped an album, like he dropped a lot of music.
yeah. What
Um
was that? What was like the roadblock? Why it didn't go further than what it was?
um I just think that work-life balance.
Mm,
Like balancing life and work and handling priorities
mm-hmm.
and being in a relationship and loving on yourself, taking care of yourself,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and mental health too. And also just educating yourself in the business. So to me, I think he could have educated himself a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
and networked differently. Like just like I think that juggling between networking and being creative, I think he needed to find that kind of
It's hard,
balance.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a roadblock with that because I have
Mhm.
to create, but then I have to put
Mhm.
myself out there.
Mhm.
So finding that time, that
Mhm.
balance,
Mhm.
that's why I always preach. Yeah,
I'm the same way. I'm
yeah,
the
yeah.
same way cuz
It's hard.
mhm.
But I get it. I get it. And sometimes you need a team or you need a team of people
Mhm.
to help you with that.
Mhm. Mhm.
What about in your case? Like, was he supportive to you when it came to things you wanted to do?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I was yeah, he was supportive.
All right.
He was supportive. He was.
You want to say something? I think what?
But I'm saying like in comparison,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like creatively I was always like helping other people. So I didn't like how do I say it? Yeah, he was supportive. He would make I would just say flat, he was supportive. But to me, it was just like he had way more tangible things for me to support
mm,
in comparison. I didn't have so much tangible things for him to directly support.
yeah.
But I would say like he would make sure I got to certain places on time. If I had like a podcast recording to do
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
like like just things like that. Like the little things
You
to
just
make shit
say
shake. You know what
it
I'm
was
saying?
7 years. So you went from blogging to the podcast. He's seen both of these things.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So when did the switch happen? It was like
2018
2018.
is
All
when
right.
like the real like that
Yeah.
we both got that itch. Like, do
Yeah.
we want this? And
Yeah.
that was year 4. So
Okay.
we were 4 years in by this time. And this is 2 years after my friend passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of depression, a lot of low vibes, a lot of like things and like not having sex all the time, that type of thing. And we went through like a little hiccup where it was like, yo, let's take a little break, I think. It was so brief,
You
I
guys were
don't
still living
remember it.
together?
Yeah, we were still shacking up at that time.
Yeah, I met in 2014.
Mhm.
This is 2018. In between that, so these 4 years, which it was just like a struggle of.
I
You
wouldn't
never
say
took
struggle
trips.
love. We did trips. We
All
did
right. What
trips.
was yeah?
We did a trip in 2019.
Okay.
We would do a lot more like family type of trips, like driving trips.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we went to Atlanta one time for like what's that? A3C.
Oh yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
did
yeah,
that. Like it wasn't a lot of like trippy trips. I think we did Atlantic City one
yeah.
time. I think that was either that Atlantic City in 2019 or 2018.
But
I
no
want to
like
say
passport. Let's getting
yeah,
stamps.
that didn't happen until
19.
2019.
So in that 4 years, social media is relevant. You'll
Mm.
see your friends doing these things. You'll see people doing these things. What was your mindset like?
We was working. We were
But you
working.
wanted these things.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I would make sure I did my own thing. Like in 2018, I went with my friends to
Okay. Okay.
Mexico.
Okay.
So I would do things on my own time. But I was also very like, you know, if we had it, we would do it. And we didn't have it. So we couldn't do it. So, and I'm not a big person on comparing my life to other people's lives.
Oh, that's good. That's
You
good.
know, like I'm
Yeah.
very content. I'm usually very content. Of course, you know, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. But at the same time, I'm very understanding of just where we were. You know, like he was working full time. He had just got his first full-time job, like
Gotcha.
2017. So he was juggling that. He was juggling that and actually keeping it because he had great benefits. He had great this.
Yeah,
It was just
yeah.
things were on the up and up for him at that time.
Yeah.
And then he started looking at me on some like, so when are you gonna get a full-time job?
Really?
And I'm just like, when I get one, like I can't just get one. Like, of course I want one.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not trying to just mooch off of you. And I work.
Yeah.
Like, I do work. It's part-time.
Yeah.
I'm living paycheck to paycheck and getting how I get it, but I don't need you for anything. If anything, I'm providing you with like, like, like it was just a lot. Like,
Yeah.
number one, like you not paying a bunch of rent. Like you paying a small fraction.
So he's comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're comfortable.
But he's
And
on his high horse.
yeah, like because you know he had got a car. Like
shit.
his aunt had passed him down a car for like a year, and you know as a girlfriend, like you got this new job. We're in this together. Like I'm the type of person that if I got it, you got it.
Yeah.
And I would think that's how you are, you know? And he was like that. He wasn't stingy with me, but he would make complaints. I remember when I need to like go places, like he'll be like, oh, when you gonna get your license? When you gonna get this? And I'm like, just drive me there. Like I don't have my license right now. I'm gonna get it one day, but not right now. Like it was just a lot of like,
little mishaps here.
yeah, and I'm not saying like, oh, he has no right to complain about that or have certain expectations of me. You know what I'm saying? But it just always only came when it was time for him to deliver.
Gotcha.
You know?
Gotcha.
And if he didn't want to deliver, it's like, say yes or no. You can say yes or you can say no.
And these are what your arguments is about? Was like
Yeah, like little things like that. Like it'll go from he asking you to drop me off somewhere to you wondering when I'm gonna get my license. Bro, I just need to go somewhere. Let me know. Is it yes or no, or I could call an Uber. Like, but why would I call an Uber when you're not even doing anything right now? It's your day off. And if you don't want to do this on your day off, cool. But just say yes or no. Get into the whole conversation of why I don't have my license. Bro, I could ask you why you haven't gone to the doctor.
Really?
Like, when you gonna go to the dentist? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to remind you about those things.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I haven't got my license. Because I'm making sure that your life is in order. Which, that's where...
You could lose yourself.
Yeah, and... Like, come on.
Man. What about his career? Rapping career?
Yeah.
Music is changing. I know, like... Especially at that time, he started around the time where it was the blog era. And then... SoundCloud era came. Was he still doing music or trying to fit into that?
I can say the whole time of the relationship, he never stopped music.
That's good. That's good.
Like, he would slow up sometimes because work would kind of
Yeah.
get into things or, you know, little pandemic, you know, stuff like that. But he always dropped. He always was in the studio. He always was like
Even
working.
when the sound was changing? Really? That's good.
Because he had his own sound.
All right.
He has his own sound. He's always did like little different things, like different, you know, themes and different like just things he could kind of like, you know, align himself with.
Yeah. I get it. Oh, that's good. That's good. But was there a change in that part of your relationship when it came to support?
Yeah, because I started having like burnout. So being that I was burning out from all the music shit and the entertainment shit, and I was falling back on that work as a whole.
Yeah.
So when he would come to me with like, oh, let's go here or come here with me or what do you think about this? I'll be very disinterested or very indifferent or like, you can go by yourself. I don't really want to go. No, that's not my thing. Or
Gotcha.
and he'll be on some like, you know, and then I guess I wasn't supporting him enough. Like,
that could be
because I wanted to kind of remove myself from it all. Like, because I was just like, it's I'll go start having a conversation about it, but then I'll like start feeling myself getting into like a place where I really didn't like
Like,
being. And
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, like now I'm getting an attitude with you because you're not listening to me, or I feel like you're not following these directions I'm trying to give you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, why the fuck am I doing this anyway? Because I don't want to do this. Like, so it was like it was on a push and pull.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I would support. Like I would like show up to things. I would,
But
you
like
know,
deep down, you was depressed. You was still depressed about
yeah. And
the
deep down, I
losing your
didn't want
friend.
no parts. Like I just wanted to be. I just wanted to be there. I didn't want you to need my help with anything. I didn't want you to want me to hit
No,
nobody
I get it.
up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't want none. I was like, I'm just here. I don't even want,
yeah.
like, and it's not you. It's just how this whole environment makes me feel. You know.
What
So
what was it about the environment? 'Cause something changed in you. You used to be the one that was.
I guess doing so much work for free. I didn't want to do any more free
Mm,
work. I want to get paid for what the fuck I do. I know I know I'm gonna give you good shit. I know you're gonna get a life changing slogan out of me. I know you're gonna get some sort of marketing like idea out of me that you're gonna want me to elaborate on.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
just like, damn, I just gave you something. Now you work with it, like
Right.
And I just like I'm tired of inserting myself in things that I don't really see myself seeing all the way through.
Mm.
Like it's
Now, being with somebody for that long, did you have different visions of how your life was going to be with a person compared to how it was going?
what you mean?
Like, when you first start something, you'll see like we can have kids, being married,
Oh,
we both having money and traveling and all that stuff. But as it's going, it's like, all right, we had to stand still here and there.
yeah. I guess I didn't have all those visions.
Yeah,
I guess that probably plays a part into it too. It was just very just like,
you were just
let's see what
living in the moment.
happens. Yeah, let's see what happens. Like I didn't, but I did have like, yo, like in the beginning, like, yo, you gonna get real successful at this. I'm gonna
Hmm.
be real successful at my shit. I'm gonna put you on. Like so this person gonna hear you, and
Yeah,
it's gonna go from there to
yeah,
there. You gonna, but every year, the goalposts will change a little bit. Either it'll come back a little bit because reality will check us,
yeah,
or we're like, all right, let's think big now. Like
yeah.
it was like a very like up and down, like
But y'all would have those talks.
yeah,
Like where we
yeah.
at today?
We would talk about kids, we would talk about
Hmm.
getting married, we talked about those things, but we also knew that we wanted those things when we were ready
Gotcha.
and but more financially ready.
Hmm.
And then when he got the job, it was kind of like, all right, cool. This is our first step
Yeah,
to
yeah,
being
yeah.
financially ready.
Got you.
But let's pour into, let's invest in ourselves and see where that takes us. And, what happens, happens. And of
Got
course,
you.
there was a lot of pressure on his side of the family, like when we gonna have kids and a lot of pressure. Like every family
Really?
event. Like I even did a podcast about it.
What was?
It
Because
was
I know that could be a lot.
yeah, it was like basically the podcast was about um you know, things not to do around the dinner table or what to
Yes.
expect
Yeah.
during the holiday times,
Yeah.
in relationships. And I was just like, yo, like, you wouldn't believe what happened at Thanksgiving. Like, I, my whole reproductive system got questioned
Mm.
over dinner. Like, even
And who
though we
was it?
were,
The mom?
no, his aunt. His aunt. Oh my God. She always just do too much. So it wasn't
Okay.
surprising. Like
Uh-huh.
every family event, everybody puts on their armor and just kind of like braces themselves for his aunt and
Really?
her shenanigans, her
She's that
antics.
brash?
She's that bad, especially once she get her box wine over,
Different type of drunk.
over.
Okay.
So
What
yeah,
what was some of the things she would say?
like straight up. So what is it? Why you don't got kids? What's going on? His shit work, your shit work, don't work. Like who shit not working? Is it the ring? You need us to give you money for the ring? Like
Holy crap.
it really everybody. Not like I'm getting ice out the freezer and yeah, no. It's straight up
In front of everybody?
after prayer. Like
That is a lot.
As soon as we show up, and
You still not pregnant?
yeah, where the baby at? No baby? Like, where the stroller? Like,
No, that's a lot. That's a lot.
and of course, it's like for me, I love comedy. And
Yeah.
I laugh a lot. That's my
Yeah.
favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Most people who know me from elementary school to now will be like, the first thing they say is Kierra and her
Yeah.
laugh. Like, I know at my funeral they're gonna talk about my laugh.
Gotcha.
Like
Well,
that's
it's
that.
loud.
Very loud,
Gotcha.
very unapologetic, slapstick.
Yeah.
Like very, and I can understand the reason why I was able to survive that
Mhm.
without there being like a bunch of trauma
Mhm.
with me, is the fact that I just seen the humor in it. Like I
Mhm.
laughed at the shit. Like I thought she was funny. I thought she was hilarious.
Yeah. At least you can do that because some people take some
But
people
I
get
was, I did a podcast on it did affect me. But not to the point where, I was in therapy at the time. I'm a pretty self-aware person.
Yeah.
Like so
Affects you in
and
what way?
um just I guess questioning my biological clock.
Hmm.
Also, so what are we doing, babe? Like, like what like are we gonna do the domestic partnership? Or are we gonna be on really be on it to get our own apartment? 'Cause that's really what was stopping us. Cause I'm not about to have a kid in my mother's crib. No. Like, or your mother's crib. Like, we need our
No,
own
yeah,
space.
you're right.
Like, that's
Yeah.
that's the least we could do.
Yeah.
Like, had we had got an apartment, we would have had a kid. We would have definitely had a kid. But yeah. And also God just didn't want it.
What was his reaction to it?
Embarrassment. Cause it's
Yeah.
like, damn, my fucking aunt, like here she go again, and just, like, yo, you need to chill, that type of thing. But just trying to ignore it. Like he wasn't a confrontational person.
Gotcha.
He's the type of person he'll walk away from an argument before he get into an argument
Mm.
with anybody.
Yeah.
Like, he's very cool headed.
But did he do that with you? He'll
Yeah.
walk away? That could be bad because you're not resolving the issue sometimes.
No, we would talk.
All about to say.
No, we had good communication.
Gotcha.
But if things got heated, he would walk away.
Gotcha.
Like
All right.
he wouldn't partake in a heated argument if he didn't have to.
That's good. That's good. Well, what's the sign?
He's a Sagittarius.
And does that flow with you Cancer?
Yeah.
Does that?
It worked. It worked. It did work. It worked.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
a nice yin and yang thing.
Now, where did we go downhill? Like, what happened? It's 2019 now, you said, right?
Mm-hmm. Trust issues.
When it came to you or him?
Trust issues with him. Me having trust issues with him. And also me, like my trust issues making me a little overbearing.
Mm.
Like looking in phones.
Oh man.
Yeah.
How would you do this? These are the latest phone. Now you need a fingerprint. You need
he didn't have like a code or anything. I could just go right in.
And what would you go with? When you're going in the phone, what's your first step? What are you looking at first? Because
Like
men are
inboxes, like
right.
like what I would look at notifications and see where that would lead me. I wouldn't like just go cracking down at every little thing. It wasn't like I wasn't doing like if I seen something that made me say, I would look.
Okay.
It wasn't like I need to let me look at his phone every night. No. It wasn't like I wasn't obsessed. But if I got a feeling about something, or if I seen something that was just kind of
what made you get this feeling? Like what changed? It was you or was it
honestly, it was something that started early on that I was trying to not do too much of.
So it was a thing for you?
Yeah, it was.
Was it based on like your past with guys?
No, I think it was just him.
What would he do? He's a flirtatious guy?
He was an artist, so he was always trying to put himself out there. So I would see him having conversations with certain people, like we was together all the time. So he'll be on my computer, I'll be on his computer, and I'll see like a notification pop up on from his Facebook, like so and so messaged you, and I'm like, why is this bitch messaging you? Like, and I look and I'm like, this bitch got all her titties out. Like, what the fuck y'all got to be talking about? And then I look at the conversation and it's just him sharing his music. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But then I'll see other little things that was just like, that don't sit right with me.
Like what?
Not like just certain girls who I would meet to at a party, and then she in your DM and she talking to you knowing damn well that I'm your girlfriend. You know, little things like that. I have never approached a woman like,
Woman to
you know,
woman,
I've
right?
never done that. Nobody could ever say Kierra has hit me up about so and so. Nobody could ever say that.
Okay.
Nobody can ever say that. Now, people have hit me up because, anyway. People
What
have
they
hit
hit
me up.
you up for?
No, it was one situation. I found out that he had he got head for some girl. Yeah, he got head for some girl.
This is prior to 2018?
This happened. I want to say that the actual scenario probably happened in like 2018
Okay.
time or 2017.
Dang.
That happened in that time frame. But I didn't find out about it until years later. And when I found out about it, I went to a mutual friend between me and a girl that I knew. And actually she hit me up. The girl hit me up like, oh hey, like, you know, everything going on. Cause I guess she seen me post and stuff. Like, everything good with you and so I was like, not really, we're not together. And I was like, well, you could ask so-and-so, that bitch, about sucking his so-and-so. And
Dang, she put the friend out there like that?
I put the friend out there like that.
Oh.
And she was like, what? She did that? She's like my mentor. Like, oh my God. And she went to her about like, yo, like, what are you out here doing? Like, you wrecking homes and stuff. Like, I really look up to this girl and you cheated on her boyfriend. And then the girl went to him, was like, oh my God, why is she spreading that about me? And she's telling everybody about me. I was like, I only told one person about that. I said, and why? I said, and I don't care. And I'm not like, what? I said, she want to call me and talk to me about it? Because what?
Dang.
And
yeah,
you did it. You sucked his dick. And you knew I was his girl because you met me multiple times.
That's a lot.
Bitch.
Yeah.
You lucky I ain't hit you up. But I'm not gonna put your hands on you because you got lupus.
How did you find out?
Sorry.
I know. Don't, yeah. Please don't. You know, the feelings is coming back.
Yeah.
She reliving the moment.
How'd I find out? I think I went through his phone and I was like, yo, I said, what really happened with you and her? What really happened? And he told me.
Oh, wow.
He told me.
It was just a little head or something. Ain't that serious?
No, because I found out about something else. So 2020 is when
you was Inspector Gadget. What the hell?
Yeah, I found out a few things. There was a lot of shit that I kind of like let slide or I kind of like forgave him for. But that when I found out about him cheating on me, I found out about him cheating on me multiple times at one time. So he confessed about the multiple times he did it after I found out about an initial time.
And you never sensed this when y'all was together?
I sensed it in my spirit, but I never could prove it. And then when I finally got the proof,
damn,
he had no choice but to confess. And we broke up at that time, and it's crazy because we broke up November 7th, 2020. His brother got killed that same night.
You lying.
And that is what brought us back together. And then
y'all spent the pandemic together?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That happened and it's crazy because I remember March, like literally the week that they declared it, like
March 19th
lockdown,
or 20th, something like that. Yeah.
Like that. It was like, we break up? Or did we not?
Y'all was having issues before that.
Yeah, a little hiccup. I had seen some number. We had a same, he was on my phone line. And I kept seeing this missed call. He worked overnight or whatever. I kept seeing these missed calls. So I went into the call log. I seen the number over and over and over and over again. I'm like, this is at 4, 3, 2 in the morning. Who the fuck are you talking to for an hour, 2 hours? Like, who is that? He's like, oh, a friend of mine, platonic friend. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, platonic friend? Who is this person? And then that was when I was kind of faced with, like, kind of like, break up with him. You need to break up with him. But I was like, yeah, I don't want to break up with him. Like, I don't want to spend this. I don't know what this quarantine shit is gonna. But let's just. I forgive you. It's not.
Mm.
It wasn't that serious. You don't. It was just a lot of talking. It was just talking. Whatever.
Yeah.
And whatever. I just took it as that. As like a a little jab on the chin. It was nothing crazy. So I was like, you know what? I can see this through. But then fast forward. This is March, but fast forward to November
Mhm.
2020. I found some like concrete evidence that he cheated on me.
In his phone.
Yes, in his phone.
He was in there.
And it wasn't even far. I didn't even have to get far. It was really like, you're an idiot. One, like, why would you leave this in your phone?
Yeah.
And it was 2 years old, and I knew it was a 2-year-old like thing, piece of evidence. I don't want to say what it was because it was just a lot.
A video?
It was a video. And the only reason I knew it was 2 years old because of how he had his hair
Oh, wow.
in the video. And I was like, and he looked a little skinnier. I was like, yeah, this is 2018-ish.
Mm.
Like I believed, and then he had to confess it to me when it happened and everything. And then his brother died. Then the holidays came around. His birthday came. All these things. Then he did the magic thing. He did the thing that I've been wanting him to do forever. Get therapy.
Oh, I would have said propose?
He got therapy. And he got his own therapist. And then that therapist turned into our couple's therapist a couple months later. And we did therapy for 7 months. So 2021 was kind of like the reconstruction phase.
Mm.
Like trying to rebuild things, trying to get things back on track. We did date things. It was a couple makeup to breakups where I was like, I don't want to do this shit. Break up. Then he'll try to get back on me, he took me to like Brooklyn Hotel.
Yeah.
And he got
Yeah,
me
yeah,
like
you got to do something extra.
Yeah, he was trying to, he tried. He did try. And I was, I would take, taking the gifts.
In the back of your mind,
yeah, but
you still have that.
Yeah, like he'll still be coming to my house a lot. Like, but we also went into the therapy like, yo, it's a chance that this could work or it won't work. And then December 2021 came, and I remember it was my staff party at my job. I got nice and drunk, and I came back home, and down, we was sleeping, and then I seen his phone, and I seen like 5 missed calls, and it was like maybe 2 weeks old. You know how sometimes the notifications are like old,
Yeah.
but I was like, numbers, and I was like, what number is this? I just woke up. What number is this?
Would that start an argument? You going through his phone a lot?
That would start issues. Because I'm not a person who I see something and I'm quiet about it. I see something. What the fuck is this? Hello? This is weird. This doesn't look right. And I'm not talking about, oh, you like somebody's page or like somebody's photo. I didn't give a fuck about shit like that. Like whatever the fuck you want to like. But why are you talking to this person at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Mm.
And it seems innocent, but I know it's not. Like, what are your true intentions?
Yeah.
Because you try to play this good guy role, but you're really the asshole. You're really the fuck boy. You're the good. He was the good guy. He was the fuck boy disguised as the good guy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like,
what was the number? It was a girl?
oh, it was a part. It basically, it was the person he cheated on me with the actual video that I seen.
Damn.
He's like, that's her. I was like, why the fuck you talking this? I was like, you know what? It's done. Like, cause this, you must want this relationship to be done. Like, to me, honestly, when I think back to it now, I was like, did you sabotage on purpose?
Mm.
Because some of the shit was so like, do you want this or not? But then also in the relationship, I empathized with him probably a little too much because I knew there was a little something off with him. Just little.
He was in the other grade?
Slow to grasp things.
Oh, I was about to say. Like, all right.
He'll be very like, and like, very like, some creative people can be very like aloof to things and just in their own world, daydream a lot. Could come off very
No,
Just
but I think he knows what he's doing. Like
yeah. Oh yeah,
you're in
yeah,
a
yeah.
relationship, but you talk to these other people in that
Yeah.
way, or
I'm not talking about in that
yeah, yeah.
aspect. I'm just talking about in general. I empathize with him. Like, we got into a lot of arguments because I could be a little condescending to him.
Mhm.
A little like because I was always so tired of being the one that had to like put him on to something or teach him about something or remind him about
Mhm.
things. And he's
Mhm.
very
Yeah.
forgetful. I think that was like our biggest turnoff for him. He forgot so much shit. Like he would forget his wallet all the time. I would have
Wow.
to meet him at his job and bring him his wallet or do this or I'm like, why? How? Like, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
He would lose keys. Or he'd be late to work because he couldn't. I'm like, yo, get it together.
Right, right.
Like, what? Why are you so? I'm like, yo, you're depressed. Something's up. Like,
Yeah.
it's not. You can't even remember. Like, your mother's birthday is tomorrow. Why you didn't get her a gift? I'm like, you know what?
But he'll remember the things in his life?
He remember a damn fucking what you call it? He wouldn't forget a studio session.
Yeah, yeah.
He wouldn't forget, you know, you know?
I get it. Damn.
Yeah.
Did that break you down and destroy your like your self worth or your stuff like
I
I
wouldn't
know
say
that
self-worth, but it did like just like the relationship.
yeah, like finding out a person is
Oh,
cheating
oh,
on
it
you.
was the betrayal. It hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt. But it also wasn't I wasn't surprised.
Did you try to ever have your own get back at him?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I did. When I remember, let me tell you, before I even got the evidence,
All right.
I had cheated back.
Why? Why do women do this?
I got the inkling. I was like, oh, I think he cheated on me before. So you know what? Let me just soften the blow just in case I
You
find out.
and you told him?
So did I tell him? Like after the fact. Like, yeah, but
So there was a guy on your line that you was looking at?
no, it
Oh,
was
about to say.
honestly, this guy is revenge penis. Like he's my revenge penis. He's the person like if I ever have to get revenge on something. So the first time I ever got revenge on with somebody, his ex-girlfriend, the guy's ex-girlfriend, um, was a friend of mine, and she would like me and her fell out because she was blinking. I got him a job, and she was just doing a lot of messy shit
Mm.
with other things, like other friends and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and trying to turn people on me. And then in the midst of her turning people on me, she would say, "Well, I can't trust. I can't even trust her with so and so because she got him a job, but who knows when that if she trying to fuck him or not." And I'm like, why would I want to fuck your man?
Yeah, yeah.
And then, once we stopped being friends, and then I heard her popping shit about that, like, you know what? I didn't fuck him, but now I am. So I did.
Was
And
it worth it?
yeah, it was fun. I just did it to do that. And then when I felt like he was doing his thing, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Whatever, Vince Fiend. What's up? What you doing? Nothing. Let's go get some drinks. Fuck. And send me on my merry way. And that's it. And it was not
That is
emotional.
mad
There
funny.
was no emotions
Yeah.
there. Like me and him ain't build nothing. We wasn't talking. Me and him just always been
It
like
was to get through the feeling that you was
yeah,
feeling. All right.
that was it. And that was it.
Yeah.
There wasn't a series of guys that I wanted to be with. I was
Yeah.
nobody that I was entertaining on the side. Like,
Oh man.
yeah. And then when I found out, did it soften the blow? Not really,
No.
but
Yeah.
it did feel good. Like, if anything, it just reaffirmed that I wasn't bugging. You know what I'm saying?
Then you went back to Melvin.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that's what we called
Yeah,
him.
Melvin.
Oh, yeah.
And you ended it when you found out that was the same girl in the video.
Yeah. And
You
that was
ended it.
like the final breakup. The
Yeah.
final breakup.
And did he apologize? Did he try to get you
Yeah,
back? Did
he apologized. He did send, that was December 2021.
Mhm.
I ended up getting COVID immediately
Damn.
after that.
Yeah.
And so that I really I just felt like like it was like a sign from God, like stay away from him. Like I'm keeping you away now.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't spend my holiday with anybody. that holiday. I had to, for a whole week, I had to be quarantined in my room.
Yeah.
And then 2022 came. That Valentine's Day came. He sent me some stuff. I went on my first solo trip to Miami.
Nice.
Got stranded in Miami.
Oh.
Missed my flight. And then he had a friend actually help me out. So one of his homeboys let me stay on his couch at his girlfriend's house. And it was like a beautiful spot. It was like,
Nice.
it was the relief that I needed because I was in that airport for like 12 hours.
Yeah,
and he called me
that's
like,
trash.
as soon as I like got comfortable with the fact that I was gonna sleep in the airport, he called me like, yo, here's the address. Like, so he said, come. And I kind of felt indebted to him with that. And then we was like, we would just started spending a little bit more time after that, like just hanging out though. We didn't do the shacking up thing. We just was like, yo, we're not together. I was like, yo, we're not together. But he wanted to be with me.
Gotcha.
Like he was trying to beg me, beg me to be with him back, again. But I was like, I need to do my own thing right now. But let's be separate for a while. Let's get it on our own. Let's try to just. I think we just need to be separate for a while. And that was the whole 2022. And then like that summer, I just kind of had like an epiphany. And I was just like, I don't want this. I really don't. I don't want this at all. Like,
what about it? Like, what?
No, I just felt like at that point it was getting more like you want me more than I want you. And you in your brain, we're still in a relationship, but in my brain, we're not. We're just kicking it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for him, he just wanted for him it was all or nothing.
Man.
And me, it was like, and I was like, oh well, I guess it's nothing. And he was playing it as if he was okay with how I wanted it to be. The way
it
I
was
wanted
hurting him inside. Yeah.
Like I'm one time we went on a date, and he found out like I guess he was using my computer, and my messages came through on my laptop. No, not my messages. Sorry, I'm not that crazy. I'm not that. I don't be slipping up that much. He went to use my web browser.
Gotcha.
And I think I love astrology, so I think I said, "How is it to go on a date with a Taurus man?" Or some shit like that.
God, yeah.
So he was like, he took a picture of it, like, "So you're going on a date?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm going on a date." Because I think I was going somewhere else, and he was like, "So you're going on a date?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "So you come back here?" Because he was at my house. He was like, "So you come back here to get ready?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, I told you I'm dating.
Was he like at your house just to live? Like
No,
stay
he was just
around?
there because he lived close to my house.
Gotcha.
So I mean, he worked close by my house. So sometimes he'll like come by. Like, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, stop by, like let's smoke or whatever. Like we'll smoke or let's smoke before we part ways and go about our business or whatever. You can come by and smoke. Like, I'm about to come to the house. Like I'm getting off work right now, or I thought I was coming from the gym. I was doing something.
Yeah.
And yeah, and he was just like, I thought I was getting I went and got my nails done. I had did something like that to get ready for the date. And he was like, "Oh, you're getting ready for a date, huh?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
"Oh man."
No. He was like, "Then what is this?" And I was just like, "Oh, you got me." And like,
Gotcha.
yeah, I didn't want to throw it in your face.
But why do you have to lie to him if you?
Because I didn't want to rub it in his face that I'm going on a date.
Gotcha.
Yeah. While I'm blowing it down with him, like smoking, like, I was going out with our friend.
Oh, I hate when women do that. Just tell the truth.
It was none of your business. I was really just going to meet somebody. It wasn't like a big date either. It was literally meeting somebody at a pool hall. Like
a date is a date.
But
you try to put it as meeting up with a friend. Like,
but it was none of your business.
Yes, yeah.
It was none of your business.
So how did it officially end? He's not in your life anymore, or y'all still cool?
We're not cool.
What was the official?
When he stopped answering my calls in May.
This is after the date, or you did something else? Like something else?
This is way after. So that date thing that was in 2022.
Gotcha. All right.
Like May 2022.
Mm-hmm.
We ceased communication May 2023.
Why?
Because I guess he started getting serious with somebody, like real serious. And
did it make you feel away?
Of course it did. Cause the holidays, I remember the holidays. He wasn't like he'll be like, "Oh, Thanksgiving 2022. He he hit me up like, "Hey, my family's going down to Virginia, so none of my family's gonna be up here, and I have to work. Is it okay if I come by? Am I still welcome at your place for Thanksgiving?" I said, "Of course you are. You come get a plate,
Mm-hmm.
whatever." He really came, got a plate,
And left?
and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to family house." I'm like,
Oh, no names, but
"Oh,
well, I'll block it out.
yeah." He's like, "I'm going to so and so house for Thanksgiving." I'm like, "So you just grabbing food and leaving?" I thought you was chilling, like, all right, okay. That hurt me a little bit, and then come to find out, he invited the new girl to his friend's thing. I was like, oh. And then Christmas came, and he ended up doing the same thing. His family event. I was like, oh, so you want me to? I was like, you stopping by my crib? You dropped me off, like brought a bottle to my crib. Once again, try to get some food, and then I'm like, can I go with you to your family house? I know you about to go to your family house. Let's go with it.
Oh, nah,
Um, um,
nah.
uh, he brought the new girl there, and I was like, oh, heard you. Yeah,
Now the uncle asked her
got
where,
it.
where the
Uh
baby's
huh.
at, right?
She already got a kid, so
Okay.
he a stepfather now.
We did your research?
I've heard some things.
Come on now.
I've heard some things. Well, he told me a lot, like,
Okay.
cause while that 2022 phase where I was just on some like, yo, you do me, I do you do you, I do
Oh, so
me.
he was open.
We would be open about what was happening in our lives and stuff. So he was telling me about her, and I was like, oh, okay. But he was talking to a couple people,
Okay.
so he was telling me about all his situations, and yeah, and that's another reason why I was also good on him. So I'm like, you got drama, and we not even together. I definitely don't want to be with you. Like, you got drama, and this, you haven't got nothing serious happening with
Yeah,
nobody,
yeah,
and you got drama. I'm good on
yeah.
you. Mm-mm.
So he
So
takes the new girl to see the family, whatever, and then slowly it started declining. So now you got Valentine's Day coming up.
yeah, he just wants something like, yo, she's fighting for me, but you don't want to be with me, but I want to be with you. It was that thing. Like, she want me. I don't really want her like that. But I want you, but you don't want me. So what do you want me to do? And I'm just like, yo, I said, yo, I was going into this whole single shit on some like, let me build by myself and let's build by ourselves and then come together.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't even be happily single by yourself. You have to entertain people. I'm barely entertaining anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I literally didn't start dating until like last January.
Mm.
That's when I started going on consistent dates.
Yeah.
And yeah. And that's when I started meeting new people and seeing like,
Yeah.
what would stick.
Yeah.
And then things really didn't start sticking until this past August with somebody. So,
Okay. You lost a lot of years with this. Not, I don't even say lost, but you experienced a lot of years with this person, and
mhm.
it ended due to infidelity.
Yeah.
That sucks. I want, like, did you still speak to the family?
His mother said happy, Merry Christmas to me, Happy Thanksgiving. You know, asked me about my hairstylist because she liked the hairstylist that I
Yeah,
have. And she's
yeah.
like, oh,
What
cute.
about like friends, mutual friends and stuff?
Some mutual
Yeah, yeah.
friends, but not so much.
Just slowly winding back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like probably one mutual friend that we have that I would say she's more of a friend to me now
Mm-hmm.
than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's honestly because of that she's a girl and I'm a girl.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Like,
All right. And
so
what, like, your mother said anything? Like, what was her thoughts on it?
she was just really disappointed in him.
Mm.
Like, oh, like he really lost a good thing with you. Like, we love you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was a part of the family. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like, so
Man, that's. Now, how did you cope and heal from the separation?
therapy. Therapy. I was in therapy since like at the beginning of the pandemic. I had started my therapy and it
Mm-hmm.
just kind of went on through there.
Are you still in?
Um, Not
Yeah.
actively, but I'm still one of her clients.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen her since like had a session with her since Halloween. So we
Gotcha.
have a conflict in schedule. So I feel like I'll probably be back with her like in the summertime. I have
Gotcha.
more
All
free
right. All right.
time.
That's good. And why would you suggest therapy to someone?
To vent, to have just an outlet to
Mm-hmm.
just talk to someone and to just get your thoughts out.
Mm.
Because I think so many times we just think that we're getting things out and we're not. You think because you had an hour phone conversation with your homegirl that,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
working, or you got your little daily conversation with your mom. It's like, that's not enough.
Yeah.
Like these people, it's biased. They're biased to you
Yeah.
and to what you got going on. And sometimes you
Right.
just need that unbiased opinion or feedback and just outlook and
Mhm.
perspective and make you think about and make you reflect differently,
That's true.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I like that. Where did you learn about love? You would say.
But I first learned about love, my family.
Okay.
Like, and I just like and just religion.
Okay.
That's really where it stemmed
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
My family's really religious, so that unconditional, like, agape love, like, I
Mhm.
learned that from, like, my family.
Yeah.
So, like, my mom, just seeing my mother's love, like, how she loved on her children,
Mhm.
and how she loved herself, like, that's, like, where I
That's dope.
learned love.
Yeah, yeah. And where did you see positive love?
Um, ooh, I seen positive love, like, hmm, some of my family,
Mhm.
but a lot of it, like, was, like, a big mixture, though. 'Cause at one point, I'll see, like, good parts of it, and then I'll
Yeah.
see, like, the toxic parts, and
Yeah,
I'm like
same.
so I
I
seen both sides to the coin. I always knew that nothing's perfect. I
Right,
always knew that
right,
nothing was
right,
perfect,
right.
like, no matter how you put it. Like, I have a uncle, aunt, love their love,
Mhm.
but how they got to be, it was a lot of drama that it
Yeah.
started with at first, and they're religious as fuck, but he had baby mothers and all kinds of stuff, in the church. But,
Damn.
they
Yeah.
grew past that
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
so
Oh, that's dope.
so I've always known that. I always knew as a kid that love wasn't perfect.
Right,
Like, it
right.
wasn't perfect. Like, yeah, it's unconditional in some aspects for some people, but it's not perfect.
Do you see yourself talking to Melvin again?
Like,
Or
talking to him?
or building like a connection with him?
Um, Possibly.
Mhm.
Like, in terms of like professional, like music stuff.
Like anything. Yeah, anything.
I think it would probably just be
Gotcha,
creatively.
gotcha.
I think it would just be creative conversation. It wouldn't be anything. I don't see love,
Yeah.
you know, like I can see him trying, like wanting to. I can see him wanting to be with me again,
Yeah.
but honestly, he has a baby now on the
Oh,
way.
shoot.
So I don't.
How do
To
you
me,
find these things out?
social media, of
You be checking his
course.
page?
No, actually, a friend hit me up like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "What you mean, am I good?" She was like, "Do you know what's happened? Like, did you see anything
Yeah.
on your timeline?" I said, "Is somebody pregnant?" Because I had seen something that I thought was an insinuation to that. And when she called me and asked me, "Am I good?" and I asked somebody's pregnant, she's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I think I know what you're about to tell me."
Mm.
And actually, I knew that the possibility of him getting pregnant was very
Not him
likely.
getting pregnant, but him getting somebody pregnant.
Yeah. I say him because I don't know her. So,
Yeah.
but you know how they be saying guys are pregnant, like
Yeah,
he's pregnant.
yeah,
So.
yeah.
But I knew because he accidentally sent sneakers to my mother's house. Like got mail, like sent mail to my mother's house. And he contacted my mom, like, "Hey, I might have something coming there. I'm trying to get like my address like changed or whatever." He's like, but I think because one time he ordered me sneakers and he sent it to my house. So I think when he ordered it through what like the
Oh, it
Go
hit that.
app,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it used the address. So I
Yeah.
think I think he actually I think it was to be quite I think it was very innocent and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an accident.
Yeah, that
And,
happens.
he called my mom, and my mom was like, "Well, how are you? How's things?" He's like, "Well, actually, I'm moving up to so and so, whatever."
Mm.
And then when she told me that, like the place he's moving, so I was like, "Oh yeah, he's moving with that girl, 'cause that's where that girl lives." Like, so he's moving up there.
Dang.
So,
Did that make you feel away though? That part?
like naturally, yeah,
Yeah.
but not. I don't feel like there's not.
Mm.
There's like a oh really like a damn that was fast. There's somebody you didn't really even according to first you're gonna tell me you don't want
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
with her.
yeah, yeah.
So from my POV, you always complained about her. You didn't like her like that. You weren't that attracted to her, whatever the case may be. But
Now a
you
kid is coming.
you settled with her. So I guess cool.
Dang. That's life, man.
Mhm. And I don't feel I just I don't feel like the whole it should have been me. No,
Mm,
because where he's at in life, because he still has the same job, he's still doing the same things. I did not want to have a baby in that situation. So
got you.
it's like better you than me. That's not what I wanted. So,
Now you in this new thing, like, does it is it different from what you used to?
um, yeah,
In
it's
what ways?
different. Just their whole outlook on things.
All right.
Like they're
Yeah.
two different kinds of people. Like my ex, cool headed, very chill. This
Mm.
one, a little hot headed.
Hide in what way? You got a thug? What?
He's
What?
tall.
He's not 5'6", 5'7". He's
He's
tall
6'1",
but hot headed.
but hot headed. That's how
Wow.
I know it's kind of temporary too. That's why it's like,
Okay. You saying this on the pod? He gonna listen to
he not gonna listen to this shit.
it. We got a
But
burner. You got a burner phone?
but this is also conversations I've had with him. I've had this conversation. I'm very transparent, very open with people. Like, yeah, I like you, I fuck with you, but do I think we're going to last that long? Nah, I don't.
So why waste the time?
I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. I feel like we're both getting something out of it. I
What?
feel like
What you
we're
getting out
both
of
in
it?
it. I just don't think longevity wise, like I don't see it going past a year.
So in between, are you dating other people?
Do you think I'm dating other people? I'll plead the fifth.
So you got all right. I see what you're doing.
Like honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm single.
All
I'm
right.
single. But I'm entertaining people.
Okay.
I'm seeing where things go. This one is the most consistent and the person who's actually showing up.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers aren't showing up. People show up one day, I bump into them another day. They want to take me out this day. They want to call me that day.
I get it. That's the
But
dating scene right
yeah,
now.
this
I
is
don't
like,
know
all right,
why
cool.
it's like
I'm
that.
like, hey, what up? Whatever. Like, I think you cool. I want to like you more. I want to get to know you, but I'm not the bitch to be hitting you up all day, every day. I'm not the bitch to be like, why you ain't calling me? Why you ain't text me? I'm not that girl.
Mm.
Now, if you calling me all the time and then you stop, then I'm gonna ask you like, what
Yeah,
happened?
yeah.
And this one that I've been, with like the last 7 months, he been showing up, he been calling, he been doing, and I like him, but I also know we're from two different sides of the tracks.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we have two different POVs on things. We had two different like our morals and ethics are different.
Yeah, yeah.
We clash a lot. We're both very outspoken. Um,
That's
I'm
not
not hot
funny.
headed, but I will match your energy.
Mm.
So if you get crazy with me, I will get crazy with you. And that's just what it is. If you cool with me, I'm cool with you. You give me peace, I give you peace. And that's it.
I hope you find somebody that you can vibe with on better
Yeah.
terms.
Yeah. And I've been vibing with people,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, it's about the energy,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's about the consistency too, like, and the continuity. Like, is it like, come on, like, what's the retention? Like, are we gonna be meeting each other back up again? Is
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
like, what is it? Because I also don't like to be doing too much.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm just not. I'm not gonna do too much. Like, if you're not doing too much,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, it's just.
Where do you see if in Melvin situation, what part did you play in downfall?
Um, I guess I just I think I was just a little I wasn't honest about what I felt. Like when I
Mm.
felt like questioning a relationship, I should have questioned it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And not questioned it so much with my actions
Mm-hmm.
and with like my thoughts and feelings. I should have just really just been like straight up, why are we doing this? Do we need to be doing this? Like asking more of those questions
Mm-hmm.
instead of saying like, "Now let's just do this. Let's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
try this." Like, and I kind of wish I didn't. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like also was probably a little harsh too in a relationship. I was a little like brash. Like I could be
Yeah.
very like I said,
Yeah.
condescending, kind of make him feel a little dumb sometimes. Like I, I did that. And I also know
That's
that's a
bad.
woman thing too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
So.
know.
But with me and him, it was a little bit more because he would be aloof to things,
Mhm.
and I would be very like paying attention to every detail. I mean, like, how you don't know that?
Yeah.
Like what?
Everybody didn't the
You
age, but
know?
everybody didn't graduate. Everybody didn't go to the
Yeah.
next grade. So,
Mhm. And he was an athlete too, and like when he was in school, so
oh man,
athletes aren't.
I was an
That,
athlete, so get out of here. I was smart.
some athletes, some just get by
I
on their
know.
talent, But
The teachers just
what
passed
kind of
them.
athlete were you?
Football, basketball.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
but
go to college too for it?
I did, but I chose music
Okay,
instead of football.
gotcha.
I didn't want to wake up 4 in the morning.
Are you single?
Now, yeah, I'm trying to
Oh,
date.
you trying to date? You want to go on a date? I'm
Nope.
like,
You would keep you a thug.
I was just playing, by the
No, I'm
way.
joking. I know. Keep your thug, though.
Keep my thug. Mm.
What would you say is the biggest lesson learned from all the whole 7 years with Melvin?
To never bet on potential.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Never bet on potential. Like what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
and that's it. Not saying people don't change. They
Mhm.
do. But don't bet on that change.
No, I get that. Yeah.
Don't have all these expectations. Don't get lost in the fantasy.
Shoot. Especially at this big age. I can't do it. Nuh-uh.
Yeah. 24, that was different,
Yeah.
But 32, 33,
Yeah.
turning 34. Like I literally this year, if we would have been together, it made 10 years.
Dang. Don't fall for the potential. For those listening, don't fall for the potential. Somebody going through a heartbreak or breakup, what's some advice you would give them?
This too shall pass.
This too shall pass.
Yeah.
And go to therapy.
Yeah. Talk to somebody. Talk about it.
Mhm.
Don't suppress it. Talk about it. Like even right now, I'm talking about it. I'm very comfortable with it. It did get some nasty. It did get a little nasty, like digitally, like Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh,
You was saying stuff? You was throwing
I
shots?
was throwing
You was adding him too?
Yeah, sometimes.
You lying.
Sometimes.
Saying what?
No, we wasn't atting each other. We wasn't atting each other.
But you was
it was
throwing
saying
shots so people could read.
shit.
People that
They
know.
knew exactly what the fuck I was talking about.
Who would you say?
I don't remember. You gotta go back and look. Feel
I
free.
gotta find your Twitter, yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna search. Like rappers be spitting bars that they don't really be living.
Nah, I didn't. It was never like I never tried to put him down too much, but I would say things like just like, oh, can't find ways to find somebody with a bigger dick. Shit like that.
Wow. Oh, you petty.
I never said those words.
But it'll be petty?
Huh?
It'll be something petty?
No, petty, because sometimes it will be in like response to something he would say, or like something he would put up. I'm like, or he'll share a song that was clearly a song that I really fuck with. And I'm like, why you know what? Anyway, or it just be little shit.
But you was looking for it?
Hmm?
You was looking for it? Did you follow him? Or you was just like putting
No.
his name in a search bar and be like, what do you say today?
Yeah.
I just read something that's I gotta get the article. But it was saying people check their ex's page just for like validation and all that stuff to see if they're doing bad and if they're doing good, it makes you feel worse.
Nah, honestly, for me, it's not even about I want you to see you doing bad. I don't never like I still care about him.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Like he didn't like take me through the ringer to where I can't stand him. Oh my God, I need all this therapy. I remember like the guy I'm talking to now, I was talking about therapy with him.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, damn, homie had you in therapy? I said, first of all, my late friend had me in therapy.
Homie got you in therapy as jokes.
Yeah, he's like, homie, he's like, damn, homie had you in therapy? It was that bad? I was like, no. Okay.
Made you crazy.
I'm like,
Yeah, that is
no.
hilarious. Yeah, keep your thug. That's like I said. I hope it work out.
I don't know.
I hope it makes 700 months. But that's funny. Last but not least, the song you like to dedicate to Melvin.
Merhaba.
Oh, I like
featuring
her.
JID
Yeah.
Sandstorm.
I like that song. And why you chose that? You chose it on the spot, like,
Because
earlier.
he was around when I was getting into Mariba, and
Okay.
then I was playing like like a like a playlist of hers,
Mhm.
and that song came on. We was like, "Shit is fire."
Yeah.
And we're listening to it. And this is when we were like, this is like maybe 2021 or 2022.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is around that Reconstruction phase slash I don't know if I want to be with you or not phase. And it was just kind of like, damn, why is this telling it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
talking to us right now.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah.
always say that you don't pay attention to the words until, like, you're going through something or like, it hits you. Like, damn, they was
Mm-hmm.
really saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I just vibe to the beat, I vibe to the groove. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
listening to the words until
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through something.
Mm-hmm.
But that song is good. Sandstorm.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Last but not least, anything else that you want just out of life?
That I want out of life.
Yeah,
Um, I want a family. I want a healthy family.
gotcha.
I want a
Better get
healthy
Young Thug out of here.
and yeah,
Damn, he put you
like
in therapy. That's crazy.
the homie put you through therapy. I'm like, oh my
Oh my God, I'm
god.
tearing up. But- 'Cause I could picture that. Like, yo, dudes be dumb. But I could picture somebody just saying that. But
And I'm like, that's the first thing you think about, the fact
right,
that I'm talking
right.
about therapy. Like, and no way did I mention the ex.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like, yeah, my therapist. It's like,
That's-
damn. And it's like, you really want, that's how I be knowing people be really, if I don't
Mhm.
bad mouth my ex
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
nobody that I'm dating.
Mhm.
I try not to talk about him too much
Yeah.
at all,
Mhm.
unless you ask me a specific question.
Yeah.
And I don't and even when you ask me the question, I would even lie.
Yeah, to protect that person. Yeah, I
Yeah,
do the
because
same thing.
because for one, I
But
don't
what I
want
get
you.
back from exes, they be talking bad. I'm like, yo, I wasn't that bad when you was with me, but now I'm the scum of the
Yeah,
earth.
nah,
Like, that's just
that's why I
horrible.
can't. He wasn't a horrible person.
Yeah,
He was just like I said, a fuckboy disguised as a good guy.
I get it. Yeah, I get
Like
it.
he
That's
got his
funny.
ways, but he wanted to be a good guy so bad. And then in a lot of aspects, he still is
Yeah,
that good guy. Like he still
gotcha.
has good characteristics about
Hmm.
himself. It's just he wasn't perfect and he was
Mm,
weak in some aspects. So,
man, where can people find you if you want them to?
at Kierra Leone,
Yeah,
like the country but with a K,
gotcha.
with one underscore. So Kierra Leone,
And
one underscore.
what do they expect to see on your page?
You'll see um a black woman in her 30s
Thriving.
living her life. Private, is that?
I said thriving, thriving.
Thriving,
Yes.
definitely thriving. Um, I don't post as much, but when I
Hmm.
do post, it's worth it.
Yeah.
I like color, so I'm very colorful.
Hmm.
You're gonna see a lot of orange, a lot of yellows. Yeah, I'm big on mental health. So
That's good.
I have a podcast called You Go Girl Podcast.
Hmm.
We're still like kind of on hiatus.
Hmm.
We're looking for a studio. So once we find that home, that center, we'll be
Yeah.
back. But other than that, you'll just find like witty stuff. My stories is where it's at. Like I love
Gotcha.
sharing
Yeah.
stories. That's my thing.
All right.
So and a lot of and more than likely you're gonna find the new best, the new top song
All right. All
for me
right.
because I know my
You're a
shit.
music head. All right.
Yeah, like I would definitely highly suggest listen to Tierra Wax album, her new
That's
album.
good.
Yeah,
She ain't put out nothing in a while, so I'm
yeah,
gonna
but it's
check
her
it out.
first album. It's her first album.
What was
So
the last one? With like
and
the
she
one
just
minute.
always drops singles and like
Okay. Okay.
little like
All right.
those little small like EPs and shit
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. But this is like a full
Okay.
album.
Okay. I got
It's
it.
actually really, really good.
All right. Well, thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I
Don't be
feel a
back. Don't come to
nice
tell a
way to
story about Young Thug. I don't want to hear it.
I won't. I will not. I'm trying. I feel like I just feel like he's like a lesson in my life
Gotcha. All right.
that I proudly accept. I
Gotcha.
accept the
All
lesson.
right. That's good.
Yeah.
And that's been Views of an X.
Yes. Thank you. That was cool.